Desperate measures, they say, comes with desperate actions, as the ooni has actually made a move and had Prince Tade's hair reduced for spiritual purposes. Hello everyone and welcome to DNC TV, the number one, the champion place where we give you up-to-date information of everything happening in the palace of the Ooni of Ife and also the entertainment industry. So if you've not subscribed to the channel, quickly subscribe to our channel, click on the notification button, comment, like and share our videos, and we will bring you more up-to-date and more videos. So let us go back straight now into the palace as we bring you latest gist of what's happening at the palace of the Ooni of Ife. You know, as a matter of fact, Olori Naomi has always been the target in the palace. Yes, she has always been the target in the palace, as everybody just feels like she is a person they should harm. So they've tried harming her in a lot of ways, and now since they could not get to her, the next place they now turn their attention to is actually on Olori Naomi. Naomi is now the center of attraction in the palace, where everybody sees her as an experiment tool for them to carry out their spiritual and their physical experiences. In many a times she has been kidnapped, many a times her child has been attempted to kidnap on their child, and a couple of other things like that. But one thing has been certain, one thing has been sure: Naomi has always come out of every of such predicament. But right now, the one thing that has happened now that got us really worried is the fact that they have gotten to Prince Tade. You know, when they try getting you and they do not succeed in getting you, they will look for the weakest link. They will look for someone who is actually not far from them and get that person, knowing too well that once that person is gotten, it will also be very easy to get you into doing what you want them to do. So right about now, through the Ooni of Ife, they've actually cut Prince Tade's hair. Yes. Now, if you notice, those people who have Prince Tade's kind of hair are what we call in Nigeria Dada. Dada now is a colloquial name for people who are actually more like special kids, more like people with some very deep powers and deep ordinances. So, Prince Tade, who happens to be Naomi's son, is actually a special child with all these special gifts in him. But right about now, not minding all the gifts that the boy has, the Ooni of Ife has gone out of his way to make sure he cuts the boy's hair. Now, you cut the boy's hair to use it to do something for Ashley. How does that work? It does not make any logical sense. It does not make any logical sense in the sense that Ashley should be able to look for her own remedy or factor in how she can become useful to herself, instead of now relying solely on Prince Tade's hair to be used as a sacrifice. Is something that is very wrong, and it cannot hold water. No matter how they look at it, this thing cannot hold water. You now collect Prince Tade's hair to now do sacrifice for another person. Is he why would they now decide to collect someone else's hair to do sacrifice for another person? It does not really work, and it does not really augur well. So in issues and circumstances like this, whoever is the parent of the child should be able to provide the hair that will be used for the sacrifice. If they needed to do something, for instance now for Queen Naomi, and they now collect Prince Tade's hair to be used as a sacrifice, that one now is understood. It's understandable. We are actually going to accept for this. We are actually going to congratulate them for this. This at least will know that this person is doing this now for her own or for his own biological mother, who as a matter of fact is the guy's sole responsibility. Also adding to the fact that he is an only child, it now makes sense if Prince Tade, his hair is being used to solve Queen Naomi's problem. But now to use Queen Tade's hair to solve Ashley's problem is a very big issue. And the Ooni, as a matter of fact, has already gone ahead to do the slicing. Slice Prince Tade's hair to use it to do sacrifice for Ashley. It is something that there should, as a matter of urgency, look into. And these are some of the things that make us begin to agree that Ooni is actually under some influence. Yes, there are some influence, there are some spiritual issues that cannot be comprehended by the common eye. So Ooni already has been manipulated. Ooni already has been compromised. He now does things without checking. He now does things without even thinking twice. That this thing, is it going to work? This thing, is it the right thing? So when somebody begins to get to that level where he cannot have a total say of what he or she wants in his mind, then it calls for serious worry. Because anyhow you want to look at it, the Ooni is actually just a person that God has put in place to take care of other people. So if God has put him in place to take care of people, it doesn't make him a supreme God. It just makes him an agent that God is using. So as an agent that God is using, he deserves, as a matter of importance, all the privileges that could be accrued to him in any way whatsoever. So for all those people who just feel or think that after all, the Ooni is having issues with um, Ooni is having issues with people that are around him. So therefore, if he's having that kind of issue, which means he can go ahead to do whatever he wants to do, even if it means cutting off his son's hair, just because he wants to use it to settle other people. Find out that these are some of the issues that make us begin to wonder that why would the Ooni allow himself to be put in this kind of level and dimension. And if you want to look at the distance from where the river part where they went for the sacrifice and the palace, it is quite high. But guess what? It didn't stop the Ooni from having the inclination to do the right thing. Because the truth about the matter is, it does not matter how well read you think you are, you must subject yourself onto some very serious authorities. And these are the authorities that can vouch for you tomorrow. But if you just look at yourself now, want to live your life in a vacuum, look at life as nothing there inside, nothing there inside, then truth be told, you're going to get your fingers burnt. And I'm sure and I know that this is not the time that we will definitely want to get our fingers burnt. All we should do is to try and see how we can align with the plans that the Ooni has. So this one that Tade's hair has been cut, something drastic. So no matter what happens, it is logically wrong for the Ooni to feel he can use Prince Tade's hair to do something for Ashley. It is better for Prince Tade to have used his hair to make sure that the mother gets peace of mind. Because if you want to look at it very well, the woman has tried. Yes, when I mean woman now, I'm trying to talk about Queen Naomi. Queen Naomi has tried, not minding all the challenges, not minding all the difficulty, not minding all the predicament that has always beclouded her. She has still been able to come out victorious. And it is actually something that is worth celebrating. Thank you, everybody, and see you so much.